Okay, hello guys, mambo anakwaje? I believe tuko poa leo tena again. It is Tranquility on the table na niko na my two favorite friends. Okay, this is Jack Maravano and this is Mr. Makalai. Okay, and maybe just a little bit, okay, kuweza kuintroduce today watu ambao ni my guest katika session ya leo ambao ni very very important, talking all about resilience na about faith, okay, when you embark upon the life, the journey of life, by the way. So who is Jacqueline Maravano? This is the book ambayo ameweza kuandika and I'm very very proud of her. It is the book ambayo I can use it kuweza kumintroduce if you don't mind. Okay? Yeah, so Jacqueline Maravano is an auspicious spoken word poet, public speaker, author and digital marketer. She has hit some big poetry stages in Tanzania and in the whole East Africa. Okay, from religious, corporate to social events. Apart from poetry, she writes about development, globalization, education, health, sociology, and human rights. She has been able to capture a vast variety of audiences in out of Tanzania through social platform. Congratulations, Jack.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And before I just ask you any question, ningependa pia niweze kwenda kwa Mr. Makalai, okay? Mr. Makalai is the guy who as ukiweza kumwangalia you can even understand aina ya mtu, the guy ambayo mostly anadili na bodybuilding, okay? Is the guy ambayo ameweza kuinvest katika gym and all things about exercise, lakini of which you know inside, deep inside lazima utakutana na discipline, ambacho ndio kitu ambacho kimeweza kutuleta siku ya leo. So I would like kila mmoja at least aweze kupata 30 seconds introduction. So you're welcome, Jack Maravano.
Okay, my name is Jacqueline Maravano. As you have referred from my book, that's a very good description of who I am. I am a child of God. That's the biggest thing for me.
Sure.
But also I'm a doer. I take up things and I make them happen.
Okay.
And one of my biggest principles, I don't have a dream, a career dream, but I dream to be someone great. And I define greatness by success and impact.
Exactly.
So what wakes me up every day in the morning is making sure that, knowing that I'm going to make an impact in someone's life. So that's Jacqueline. So
she's a go-getter, okay? She's not a person who dreams but does nothing, okay? Thank you very much for introduction. And I would like again, at least for 20 to 30 seconds, okay? My dearest brother, Mr. Makalai, at least to introduce who you are and what you want to tell the world.
Yeah. My name is Bahat Nani Makalai.
Okay.
I'm dealing with protein supplements,
okay,
in terms of business. Lakini pia ni B-Farm student.
Okay.
Mbili.
Alright.
Lakini pia one thing ambayo can define me very well,
okay,
I'm risk taker.
Okay.
Yeah, when it comes to business.
Okay.
And business is my life na napenda biashara. That's all.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, and I believe by 2027 all of us, okay, tukizungumzia wote kwa pamoja tutakuwa tusha graduate the bachelor. Okay, it means Jack this year you'll be out. Okay, Mr. Makalai next year, okay, will be out. Then for me, the next 2 years ahead, 2027, I'll be that. So all of us are students, and we thank God kwamba we got an opportunity, okay, tukaenda shule na until today tuko shule, university by the way, and you're in the same university. Oh, thank you. And but there is one thing I would like to discuss today na nyinyi, kitu ambacho ni kidogo sana, okay? All of us, we talk the formal education, okay, and from the standard one, okay, until today. Now all of us are going to graduate. But depending on your introduction, it seems like there is something extra that is more than formal education you are taking a journey to. Then I don't know what was the little guts inspired you to go there. Okay, and maybe by your own perspective you have in your mind, okay, you think the formal education is it really enough to help someone to unleash the fullest potential? And if it is true, why today uko katika field nyingine, the poet, the digital marketer, the same to Mr. Makalai, the businessman in the gym industry, okay, and so forth? Do you think the formal education is not just enough? Because we see many people who have done great things, okay, people like Albert Einstein, okay, people like Henry Ford. Of course, they didn't study a lot, of course, but for Albert Einstein, those are people who have great things who are studying at the formal education.
So, just to put it back to context, starting with the example you gave, Albert Einstein, I wouldn't say that is a formal education, because what I define formal education is there's a structure that is being followed.
Exactly.
Those people could achieve their greatest potentials because there was no structure to what they were doing. If you think about Newton, an apple fell to his head, and then that's when he came up with the Newton's law.
Exactly.
That is not a structure that you can coach as a formal education.
Exactly.
For me, life takes everything. It takes all or nothing, and
Exactly.
that's what I say in my book as well. It's a roller coaster, and it takes all or nothing at all.
Exactly.
And that is why formal education, for the structure that is built in, especially in our communities, in our society, it is unifaceted. It's a unilateral thing, while life itself is a multifaceted, I can say, venture. So you cannot be able to achieve whatever life is there to offer to you and take it to the fullest if you cannot be multifaceted. And don't get me wrong, there are people who are in the education industry, academicians, and they have succeeded. Some have been maybe appointed to be ministers, and they're doing great things. The difference between the people who maybe two graduated their bachelors and then their masters, one was appointed to be a minister and the other one was left. There is a difference between those two people. So for me, formal education as it is not enough to enable someone to achieve his or her fullest potential. It takes a lot of things. It takes discipline. It takes learning. It takes so many things for someone to reach to a point of full potential.
Thank you. I think that is a very, very good answer. And I think when you talk about life can be like this, okay? Just be like what you have wrote here, the roller coaster, okay? It should be the ups and downs, the ups and downs. So I like the story. And if you come to formal education, of course, all the time we say we have so many, I can say the challenges, but all the challenges to hit only one point, that is maybe the GPA, maybe the grades and each and everything. That is linear. Okay? Yeah. But when you come back to the outside the box, it is a little bit different. So I agree with you, but I don't say that everyone should be like you. Okay? Thank you very much. And I would like again for Mr. Makalai to hear, okay, anything concerning your perception, because umeweza kufanya vitu vingi sana, okay? Yeah. And it is not even just a gym ambao umeanza nayo. Sure. Because mimi nimekaa na wewe, nimestudy na wewe since high school, and I remember after high school I went to nienda JKT. You didn't go, yeah, you did something outside, okay, ambayo ukunafanya mtaani, and ukawa una perception, unasema those people they are going there maybe wanna waste time, okay, so let me build this. But you told me that thing failed, okay? Then again you rose up. Then you started something else until today. Now, ukilinganisha your journey pamoja na formal education, maybe the growth ambayo umeweza kuipata outside ya formal education na the growth ambayo ungeendelea kuipata within the system only, do you think, what the difference do you see by your own perception?
Yeah, to me, kwanza nikianza kuzungumzia about formal education, as Jack alivyosema, it's structured na ina prepare someone to be somebody. Okay. By the income na kila kitu atakuwa anapangiwa na mtu mwingine. Kwa hiyo it's very hard to utilize your full potential kwa kutumia the formal education peke yake. Lakini the aspect ambayo unaweza kutumia your fullest potential, it's outside the formal education. huku ndo utakapokutana na a lot of challenges, and then as being lazima know how to tackle them. Sawa?
Okay.
Like ulivyosema, mimi nilivyomaliza form 6 na namshukuru Mungu, kuna some of my savings kipindi na pocket money nilikuwa nazifanya.
Okay.
Kwa sababu mimi nimekuwa kwenye familia ya wafanyabiashara. Mama wangu anafanya biashara, baba yangu anafanya biashara. So business ni kitu ambacho kwa nakipenda sana, na since nipo advance nilisema nikimaliza I want to do something kama kila mtu anasema after school I will do something. Kwa hiyo mimi pia ni take action actually. The time ambapo watu wameenda jeshi nikafungua small restaurant nyumbani Mwanza. It was my first time na my first experience actually to get involved kwenye biashara. Na that time it was very hard for me because of lack of experience na challenges nyingi ambazo sikuwahi kuziface. Lakini the lessons au the challenges ambazo niziface pale, na hisi ndio mpaka leo bado zinaniongoza when it comes to business. Kwa hiyo when you step out from formal education, the where ambapo utakuwa, the where ambapo you face a lot of challenges. Lakini the more you face challenges, the more they make you strong and the more they make you to grow. Kwa hiyo that's my view. That point.
Thank you very much. And it is like all of you guys, if I summarize, you are telling me that outside the formal system, the formal education, there is no formula for success. Okay, there is no formula. Okay, maybe you have to adapt. Okay, the challenges, the things you embark on every day. Okay, if you compare na the system huko ambazo zipo structured that if you do this you get this, you get that. If you do this you get this, you get that. That is obvious. Okay, like maybe many years before ago, like maybe 20 to 30 perhaps, I was talking to one of my uncle, akananiambia those days ni kazi zilikuwa zinamtafuta mtu. Okay, so a person ni understand, then after that anajua lazima anakuwa employed, anakuwa paid, of course it's peanut money, it's not even a big check. Then but nowadays things zimekuwa different. Now of course maybe I can say we are all fighting for reaching somewhere that is real financial freedom, maybe I can say, but I don't think if somebody like Henry Ford was struggling for financial freedom, there was something ambayo iko ndani ya mind that was ikinamfanya asiwe settled so that akawa na uwezo kufanya great things. So I really agree with all of you. And now tunafahamu kuweza kufanya vitu ambavyo ni vikubwa, it is not easy, and most of our actions that produce the result every day, they are from our unprepared choices, maybe I can say, or they come from the subconscious. Okay, if you check the whole day, 24 hours a day you spend every day, most of your choices, they are the choices you did before, the day before. Okay, they are the choices that are based on the repetition. Now to step outside that box, outside that trace, it is not easy. Okay, and so we have two things, because according to the formula of the cause and effect, okay, the law of cause and effect, it means that the thing that we do will determine what will happen, or what has happened is because of what you did before. It means there is the clear-cut way that shows there is something somebody have to do and not to do so that you can reach somewhere. So I come to the point now of habits. Okay, when a person reaches 30 years old, to change the habits that was generated for those past 30 years is very, very hard. And most of the choices are the choices that are repeating every day. Now, from the age maybe of 20 to 30, there's the age where most of youth, okay, they are working now. Okay, how to do great things. I think I'm too old, I don't have this, because now it's the time you realize you have to provide it for yourself, each and everything. Okay, you have to pay maybe your bills, I don't know, whatever. But now, still, when you come back to the question number one, mostly will still follow the formal education. Mostly, 98% per se, I can say. Only 2% they will say, okay, I have to do something else now, so that I can increase what I did maybe it means come to the formula of not living below your means, okay? Because starving yourself, I don't think it is the best way to get what you want, okay? I think you have to do more in order to get more. Then it all depends on the habits. So the good habits will make you to get the good results. The bad habits will make you stuck on the same routine each and every day, and then maybe you add up on something like blaming the government is not doing something, maybe doing some favors for you, okay? So now, to generate the good habits that will make you the uncomfortable situation to be comfortable with you, because you know you are growing, and the habits that will make you to stuck in the same routine every day, you don't grow, but still you are comfortable. So now, what is hard and what can you advise? Maybe to create the good habits or to break down the bad habits. Which one is hard and what is your maybe advice on this journey of embarking on greatness? I would like to start with you. Whom would I start with? Makalai or? Okay, you can start.
Yeah. I'll talk about, kuna kitabu nilikuwa nasoma cha Atomic Habits actually, na kinasema most of our decisions, our habits, sawa, na our actions ambazo tunazifanya this time, the impact maybe it's 3 years, 5 years later on.
Exactly.
So this time is the time ambayo we should be very careful with the decisions we make, with the habits we form, na the action ambayo tunachukua. Na in this book wakaelezea the best way ambayo someone can build good habits. Na those ways, the opposite, it's how you can break bad habits.
Okay.
Kwa ufupi sana nitaelezea, there are like 3 or 4. So,
okay.
The first one, it's make it easy. So, like you should know what habit you want to adapt.
Okay.
Right? Fun. You want to know more about things, to know more about opportunities. So you should take time to read books. So make it visible by knowing that this time I want to start reading books. Then know the time ambayo reading books utakuwa nachukua. Maybe I will say I read books before I went to sleep, 10 minutes before I sleep. It's nitakapokuwa nasoma kitabu. That's how we make visible. Sawa. Then unapanga place na time ambayo itakuwa ina condition to do that habit that time. Sawa.
Okay.
Number 1, so it's make it visible. Then second one, it's make it easy. Sawa. When you say make it easy, I think ni correct pale. Lakini make it easy inamaanisha usifanye kwa ugumu, ifanye kwa wepesi, kwamba start small.
Okay.
Kama ni it's a habit of reading books, let's say utasema I will just read 5 pages per day. Usitake kusoma the whole book within 1 week. It will be hard na utashindwa kuiadapt. So make it very easy. Maybe just 10 minutes. I will work out today just for 10 minutes. Maybe nitaanza with 10 push-ups per day. Umeelewa? Kwa that itakufanya wewe uendelee ku adapt that habit. Then ingine it's make it attractive. When you say make it attractive, unaweza ukai-combine na kitu ambacho unakipenda. Let's say wewe ni mtu wa movie, sawa? Lakini maybe kuna habit ambayo unataka kubuild. Let's say kufanya mazoezi. So unaweza kusema through this week nikiweza ku work out from Monday to Friday, then on the weekend I will watch movie. Okay. That's how you make it attractive. Now then make it satisfying, that's the last step ambayo you can track the progress. The more you see the progress is going well, that's how it becomes satisfying. That's how you start adapting until it become automatic. Kwa hiyo, and the opposite of those are the ways ambazo unaweza kufanya to leave the bad habits. You can make it not visible, make it hard for you, not attractive, then not satisfying for you. Kwa hiyo, those are the ways ambazo ka build good habits, na the best habits those that determine the next years to come who you will be.
Yeah. I think I like the answer.
Yeah,
and the answer is like, it is like showing forming a bad habit is simple, and forming the good habit is simple.
You just have to choose.
You you just have to choose. So thank you very much, Mr. Makalai, and I would like again to hear from you.
So just to add upon what he said, because he explored everything that I wanted to say, because Atomic Habits, James Clear
James Clear
puts it that much open. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
But also what I would add, and practically what works for me, is the punishment reward system.
Okay, exactly.
That works for me really well. If I want to achieve something that I feel like I won't be disciplined enough to, or I won't be motivated enough to keep on doing this, I put a certain reward. I put something that, for example, currently I'm taking a course. It's a little bit, it's a complex course. It's data analytics. A lot of coding, and something which needs you to be consistent, persistent, and the codes can break your heart every now and then, so you can give up. But I put up a schedule, and I said I'm gonna follow this. And something that I have always wanted. I wanted to have a pet plant. I wanted to have a plant, a live plant, and nurture it. So I said, when I'm done with this course, I'm gonna buy myself a plant.
For sure.
So now I have something to look up to.
Exactly.
And that it makes me want to keep going. It might not be a plant for someone else, but it's just something else. Or you could, in that system, you could also involve your friends or someone who you can be accountable to, and that person can help you make sure you live up to the goal that you've put up for yourself. So that was my first point, the reward and punishment system. And my last point, and the second point, is we are human social beings. So it's very easy for us to create behaviors that helps us socialize. So you work out, and you work out as well. It's different when you work out on your own and when you have friends. When you go for jogging, and then you dance together or meditate together, there's a different move, that the impact that it has on you than when you do it on your own. So sharing your goal and your motive to other people, so that they can support you, even if they're not there, maybe they can remind you. That, for me, has proven to be one of the ways that you can create good behaviors and break the bad ones.
Thank you very much, guys. I hope you get something very big from Madam and from Mr. So, and I think, take notes, guys. And I think I would like to add something of what you have spoken, the reward system. And that is the biggest thing I have ever seen. Because now what you're using, it is like the pulling factor, not the pushing factor. You have the pulling factor, the dream. And of course, all of us here, we are not rich. I believe we are not rich. Of course, there is no doubt you're going to be one day. Inshallah. Then there is a different mindset, according to what I have spoken, the reward system. The mindset of people who are poor and the mindset of people who are really wealthy. Those people, they have different mindset according to the reward system. The poor mindset, they all think about losing. They are be afraid of losing. You are taking the much complex subject now, but it is not causing to fear. But it is because of the things that is on the opposite side. Because if you think about failing, automatically you fail. So poor people, they think about losing. They're afraid of losing. That's why they lose. But for the wealthy people with a mindset like yours, it means that they think about abundance, and that's why they get even more and more every day. So I think your answers are very, very great and amazing. And just to wind up, let me check my questions. So I'd like you to finish now with this. And now I read your book. Your book, I would like you to just quote maybe. It is page 173, if not mistaken. Is it that one? This one, 143. The painting. The painting, and it is in chapter 7. Chapter 7, guys. I encourage each and everyone to take this book. First of all, it is a mental therapy, and second, you get a lot of things. It's written in poem poetic language, but it's so amazing. It is not boring like other books I used to read. The books which are very big, 300 pages to read them in the month is not easy. Then in chapter 7 it is written, it takes positivity, okay, from the history of creation as perfect as it was. Somehow negativity managed to make its way to the universe. It got its way to an angel, then angels. We are not even angels, we are just humans, okay. One would say, but unlike angels, we are more special and have choices to make. So there is no excuse towards negativity. So now where is my question? The question is here. Okay, this is the last one, and I really believe all of you will make it a great and amazing answer. Great and amazing answer. Then the question is this way. There's something called resilience, depending on our topic of today, of course. Now resilience, it all takes about a lot of things, and I think I had some stories with you. You told me when you was in first year, second year, you was a leader in your class as a class representative, by the way, and then the other leadership positions, almost more than 7, okay, you had before. But at some point you found that you have to leave them all, and you start now focusing on something that you saw it was little matter, and through all that time there was something that was like draining your energy, okay, that is false negativity, okay. Now all that to endure, okay, because I think this now takes the mental and the body strength, okay. Maybe kama tungepima weight yako, perhaps that time iliweza kupungua, I believe so. Okay, then now what was pushing you, or what was pulling you either to have that resilience of ensuring it all those pain you are passing through, but still being focused to something that you really want to have. Because what I believe is, if you don't know the purpose, it's very difficult to stay on the track. Okay, but once you knew a purpose, you saw like all those positions, ilikuwa ni rahisi sana kuweza kuziacha na ukafocus ni kitu kimoja. I don't know kama that time pia ulikuwa bado unatengeneza unaandika poets hizi, I don't know, and but I really believe that kuna resilience ambayo uliweza kuwa nayo because of the almost bringing this name, the roller coaster, the ups and downs ambazo kunaziona, na uka pick up some factors ambazo ukasema this they should be out, this they should be in. So there is a resilience that was I believe it involved God, each and everything. So I'm just concerned about maybe how you built that resilience and how you maintained that resilience, because to the journey of success, of course, which is our topic in May, resiliency, there is no way, you have to face it, okay. And I really believe there is somewhere you get the energy. Now where do you get that energy, and how do you maintain it, okay, in that process of resilience of all the obstacles you're passing through?
Okay, first of all, I would like to rule out the misconception that resilience means enduring pain, okay, even when it's breaking you. Okay. Just to put that aside.
Very good.
Apart from that period, I think growing up, I had to learn in a hard way to be resilient, because my life has always been a roller coaster with so many things happening. Leaving what you've asked, I want to take you back almost 13 years back when I was doing my primary school. I did it at Makuburi Primary School, which is around Tabata, Mwananchi. Okay. And then, so I had to move every single day from that place to Kibamba, which was home.
All right.
And by the time there was no Mondokasi, it was just, and the roads were not as they are today, and you can see what the Kimara Road is today. For sure. So you can imagine. So I had to travel every single morning and evening to and fro home. Okay. So I had to take almost 4 to 6 buses, 3 going and 3 coming back every single day. Now, along that I had 3 friends who we were going along the same way, but 2 of them were living at Kimara, I think Korogwe, and 1 was living at Kimarasuka, but I was going even further. But they dropped out of school when we were in grade 6.
Okay.
I started traveling, I think I was in grade 4. They dropped out, and they are boys, actually. But I kept going, and I graduated top of my class. I got a scholarship to a private school where I did my O-level, and you know, I kept going. Now, the mindset that I have today is the same mindset I had when I was 13. It's the mindset of I never knew what I wanted to be. I was not one of those kids who knew I wanted to be a doctor or, I don't know, a pharmacist. I knew I wanted to be great, and I knew and I believed that I would be great someday.
For sure.
So for me, it was just that I knew by the time I needed education to take me somewhere. So regardless of the trouble I had with the conductors, there was a time I was climbing to the daladala and the conductor pushed me. I fell down. It was a whole commotion. All those things I could endure because I knew there was greatness coming towards that, and that kind of mindset has always been going. So even in the time that everything was too hard, I made sure that I stick with my goal. I stick with my vision, with that thing that kept me going since I was young. That was greatness, because I believe in God, I believe my God is great, and I believe I will be great because my God is great.
For sure.
Yeah. So even that's the scenario that you have just explained. That's why I ruled out that resilience does not mean you should just endure pain.
The pain.
Yeah. Because by the time I knew I had to be focused. If I wanted to be great, there are things I should let go. So I let go of the things that were not leading me to the direction that I wanted to, and the direction that I dreamt of. So I let them go. I didn't leave everything. I still had poetry, I still had marketing, I still had my business. But with everything that was going on, it was just too much. I had to leave some leadership posts and retain some. And then the things that I felt others could do, I let them do, and then I remained with what I felt I had to do. So for me, resilience is very important, and it starts with the brain and then goes down to the body. So if your brain is wired off, then your body will be wired off, because your body is wired to take whatever the brain is taking.
For sure.
Yeah.
Exact. And thank you very much, Jack. And I think the first time to know you, it was it, I don't know if it was 2021. By the way, I was in high school and I was in Form 6 by that time, and at Kibaha, by the way. And you came there with your friends when first year by that time being, and you spoke as you were person like a speaker for that group of people who came there to inspire us and show us the guts to become very, very I don't know if I can say it, genius, and go there to Muimbili, but still the one thing I remember, the same energy you had that time is still the same energy you have today. But that is only one thing I know about you, and I didn't know as a human being you pass through the highs, the lows, the highs, the lows, but always, as you have said, that maintaining that vision, whom you want to be the great, and of course be the greatest. To maintain that vision, it takes out the brain, because our body always follows the mind, and the moment that the mind is following the body, you get lost. Because the body desires a lot of things which are not necessary. So I really agree with you of what you have spoken, and thank you very much. And coming back to my brother, I think we are about to finish just in a little bit. Explain to us now the challenges you passed through until today. You're still showing up. Kuna somewhere unataka uweze kufika vizuri, somewhere very great. Of course, and I really believe all of you, Jack and Makalai, somebody who is watching there is someone, I don't know who is he or she, but anatamani angekuwa na what you have. Trust me, but if you check very carefully, even you, there is somewhere else you want to be. Then through all those challenges ambazo umeweza kupitia Makalai, now enduring the pain and but also letting them go some days, like ambavyo Jack ameweza kuelezea, not every pain you have to tolerate, some inabidi, because I know one quotation that says that pain is the weakness living in the body. Okay, pain is just the weakness living in the body, because the moment you pass through the pain, you become stronger than before you got the pains. So then Mr. Makalai,
Sure.
Then what is your perspective?
The only thing ambayo mimi naamini it can keep someone to push and push and push no matter how hard it is. It's a vision, the dream,
Okay.
the why.
The reason.
Kuna this quote inasema, what's your why?
Okay.
Why? It's very simple, lakini imebeba vitu vingi sana ndani yake. Like kwa mfano, someone can say maybe mimi nataka pesa. Umeona? Lakini you cannot tell them that as your why should be nataka nisaidie wazazi wangu. Maybe I should build a good future for my kids.
Exactly.
Maybe I want to have this kind of life. I want to own this kind of cars. I want to live this kind of life. That's what will be your why. So, and you should break those reasons into small any reasons ambazo kweli they can push you. Kwa mfano, then nikasema there's time, sawa, unaweza ukatia changamoto and you can see like this is impossible.
Nothing more.
Okay. This one it's not going to work. Umeelewa? Lakini take time on those moments ambazo unapitia the most challenge. Take time peke yako, fikiria, sawa, like is this my limit?
Okay.
Umeelewa?
What if I do more?
Umeelewa?
Okay.
Is this huu ndo mwisho wangu kufanya? Umeelewa? Na take time ku reflect baada ya kuipitia challenge, then ikawa breakout yako.
Yeah, for sure.
Then fikiria maybe after this there is a reward inakuja. Umeelewa?
Sure.
After these challenges there are a lot coming. Umeelewa? After these challenges nitapata ambacho nilikuwa nakitaka, nitanunua gari ambayo nilikuwa nataka, nitamtumia mama yangu pesa, nitasaidia dada yangu, nitasaidia sister yangu. The moment you have that vision, the moment you have those whys, they will push you no matter obstacle gani itakuja. And the moment when it pains more, ni hapo ndo the moment ambao inatenganisha those who are successful, those who are not successful. The hardest moment, the moment ambao you have to do it.
Exactly.
But it's hard. Sababu if it could be easy, then anyone would own it.
Yeah, for sure.
Kila mtu angekuwa nacho, right?
Exactly.
Kwa hiyo you should know it's going to be hard. You must endure it no matter what. Lakini as long as you believe in it and you have that vision, ambao unaamini these things don't take me from this place to this place.
Exactly.
Kwa hiyo all the time, in order to endure the pain, you must know your why and make them visible every day.
In your eyes, in your mind, when you sleep.
Sure.
Okay.
Yani ukiziona unasema no way.
Okay.
I'm not going to quit.
Okay.
Maybe hata kama nitaifanya, lakini I'm going to do this no matter.
For sure.
Yeah, because that's the way ambao mimi nahisi the best way ambao can build that life. Can endure pain, unaweza pass through all the challenges ambazo unaweza face. Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much. And Makalai, I think if I get the bottom line of what you have spoken is like if you talk about the dreams, there's one quotation that says if the dream is big enough, the fact don't count. The facts don't count.
Yeah,
for sure. And there's one person that says it's something like if you knew, okay, maybe let me ask you, if you knew that you are going to fail 90 times or let's say 10 times, how fast would you like to fail? Because after failing 10 times, the 11 is the success, it is the glory. How fast would you like to fail?
Pretty fast.
Very fast. So me, I think I like reading books, and since I like reading books, of course I cannot read all the books. So that's why I decided even to have this talk, so that I can get some materials from great minds like you. So I would like to say thank you very much. And guys, for me, I have got a lot from Mr. Makalai, from Jack, and I believe this day to be a remarkable day, remarkable talk with you guys. Okay, because I believe maybe Jack, but I believe we'll still be in touch, because Jack will be somewhere. Okay, in just a few months to come. If you want to know where, okay, you can get my number or her number from me. Okay, don't ask her. Okay, so guys, thank you very much. And maybe the bottom line now, this book, I think I'm not promoting the book, but I'm talking about the truth inside the book. This is the best book I have ever read. Sijakimaliza chote, but ambacho nimeweza kiona ndani kina reflect who Jack is and what ambacho ameweza kuexpect, au ambacho natamani every person could really know. Okay, if you are embarking on the journey, any journey to become great at any field that you are, it is not necessary uweze kufanya poet like ambayo unaifanya, digital marketing ambayo unaifanya, or Mr. Makalai, the protein, anything. I believe this is the book that the best you can read, and you get it by how much, Jack?
20K.
20K. But Jack, I think I bought this for $10 and they didn't give me my change, like 7.3K.
Actually, you're not supposed to pay things in dollars, so I don't remember you paying.
Oh, you're not supposed to. So if somebody is there abroad, you could not buy this by $10.
We just buy things in Tanzanian shillings.
In Tanzanian shillings. Okay, so guys, it is only 20K Tanzanian shillings. So thank you very much, guys. I wish you a good moment. See you next time.